What will the world of logistics look like in 20 years? Is it one brought about by human ingenuity but devoid of human interaction? Is it one dominated by unmanned autonomous vehicles and robots operated by an artificial intelligence supported by machine learning? Or is it one in which the relative strengths of human and machine coalesce, where labor is informed by algorithms and tasks that were once measured in human scale, time, and motion are not merely automated to save on costs, but are made safer and ultimately work becomes more empathetic? These were some of the questions at the forefront of a new course called Driving Genius, held at NYU Abu Dhabi, that brought together students and faculty from around the NYU network of campuses and communities and put them in a partnership with Etihad Cargo to design, develop, and test technology-enhanced solutions to real-world logistic business challenges. The course was exactly the type of experience that we want to be able to offer our students. At the heart of it, it's a real-world laboratory that gives us the imperative, really, to blend the classroom, the boardroom, right down to the tarmac in order to understand the recently possible, to explore our assumptions, and ultimately deliver real working prototypes that are not only valuable from an educational perspective, but potentially to a business and society as a whole. So when I was planning this course, it was important to me that we accomplish two things. First, I wanted a new way to blend business, history, technology studies, economics, and rapid prototyping together, essentially take a liberal arts approach to innovation in a business context, in order to challenge students to not only be creative in both their application of technology and their design of solutions, but most importantly to train them to question how to take advantage of the incongruities that new technologies expose, especially in the context of a business or other human endeavors. And that's the disruption part. Secondly, it was extremely important to me that we not work in a bubble and take the classroom outside the four walls of the university. This helped us to drive towards an appreciation for just how to propose, enact, and manage change within the work culture of a real organization itself. So introducing a new way of onboarding employees, or a VR training simulation, or 3D scanning of packages, or tracking of paper, or new ways of moving cargo around the warehouse in an automated fashion. This is cool, but relatively easy technologically speaking in comparison with the implementation of these ideas in the real world of the organization. There is so much learning to be had by answering the why do we do this and how do we do this questions. Not just merely how do we innovate with technology, but how do we leverage new technologies to improve livelihoods and societies by helping businesses grow. The answer to the how do we implement this question and the why should we implement this question is where I think we find the real partnership with others and the real sense of common ground with these organizations. For me to put these within the context of the course, I needed a way to make sure the learning happened on both sides of the table and sufficiently puts the business and academic parts out of their comfort zones. For us, on the academic side, we find comfort and value in the lab, in the classroom, thinking up different types of solutions and possibilities. But from the business partner side, they may be more comfortable in the successful implementation of an idea, and how they find value is in metrics, or profit, or savings. But ultimately they find value through the successful implementation of a business model long term. So we like approaching the course from the implementation standpoint because then students will get to see their assumptions essentially fail to materialize in this business real world concept and learn from that and understand why. For example, people tend to forget their passwords, or the workforce is multilingual, so creating an interface in English may not be the best idea, and providing translations in 15 languages may not be feasible within a realistic budget. So you remove the words, and you just use pictures, and you use an easily remembered phone number instead of a long, complicated password. Solutions to these problems are actually something that NYU's global environment really inspires. There are students from all over the world within the network of campuses, and the students that participate in the course came from a variety of countries and backgrounds. We're all conditioned to not just be respectful of other viewpoints, but to openly work to understand other points of view and how they might be included in our projects. This ethos translated really well in the course, and the all-day, everyday format allowed us to speak openly about these problems and opportunities that we encountered, and then move quickly to incorporate them and incorporate features to help solve them. So the course took place over 4 hot weeks during the holy month of Ramadan at NYU Abu Dhabi. It could not have happened without the generous support, patience, and trust of Etihad Cargo, NYU Abu Dhabi, New York, and Shanghai administrators and leadership, the program on creativity and innovation at NYU Shanghai, and the NYU Shanghai Interactive Media Arts Department, and most of all, the dedication of our students. It really does take a village.